Okay, so parts laid out for issue 72 of the Valentino Rossi MotoGP bike. I'm going to keep this in the bag. These are the parts you get for 72, but we're not using them in this issue, pretty much like what we did in 71. So I'm going to keep these in the bag until they're needed. Yeah, it's one of those ones where you use the parts from the issue before in this issue. So yeah, we shall keep this in the bag and we shall get into the build for issue 72, which will be using the parts from 71, if that makes any sense. So it says retrieve the steering damper and the steering damper piston, rod damper part. So we got these parts here, which is from issue, as I say, 71. Quite very nicely detailed. Got a nice, I think it's Öhlins, is it? I don't know. It's not Öhlins. I don't know what it is, what make it is, but it's got whatever make it is on the side. Which is very nice. Okay, then it's slide the piston in. Just make sure I got this the right way around. So it goes that way around, the piston. Okay, and then this goes on, I think it's just pushed on. Okay, yeah, so the damper adjuster. And it's just a case of making sure you get it the right way around. Yes, so that's kind of what that looks like. So the steering damper with the adjuster just pushed into place. We've got the regulator rod, which is this part, okay, from the last issue as well. Okay, so yeah, it has got, and that's a D-shaped pin, as you can see, and that's obviously got a D-shaped hole in it. So you've got to make sure it goes the right way, and that obviously is going to go into this adjuster. You got to link everything up, I guess. Okay, so yeah, it has got a D-shaped pin, etc. that you have to kind of link up. And as soon as you do, yeah, that kind of, yeah, it's a bit more difficult than it looked, but that's what it looks like now with everything connected up. Right, okay, so we've got to bring this over, and I'm getting fed up with this. I think it would have really helped if they'd have given you a stand for this, because it's very, very difficult to keep it. You know, just you got to kind of keep it with one hand straight whilst the other hand you're doing the work. It's rubbish. So we're going to fit this steering damper onto the left hand side of the model. I think it says install the assembly on the left of the forks, fitting the hole in the damper body over the mounting on the fork yoke, the eye of the piston rod into the frame mounting. Okay. So, okay, so I think there's the frame. There's a little pin, you can see it in there, and on the frame, and the frame mounting. Is that it? I think it's going to go like that. The frame mounting. So I think it goes on. Okay, now the really tricky part. I've got to get a screw with a washer on this part here. Okay. That was not easy, as you could see quite clearly, because it's so annoying. As I keep on going on about, you have to kind of hold it with one hand. I was holding it actually on my stomach for that one. Okay. Okay, next thing it's asking me to do is to attach the instrument panel from issue, I think it says 16. So it's this, as I say, from issue 16. Now it's trying to work out where they go and trying to avoid any of these hoses. This hose here I think is okay. You can go, it's this one here. Right, okay. So, oh, okay, yeah, I got it. So there's two there, and that one that goes in the middle. Okay, so there's two on the side of this kind of airbox thing, two screw holes inside of this airbox that this kind of goes into. It's got them parts there attached to it. Okay, now I need to get a type K screw ready. And then a type L screw that goes, so K, K and then L. Okay, so instrument panel on now. Right, now we need one of the 125mm hoses, so we've got 125mm. Okay, that's a 125mm hose, and that gets really difficult on the instructions to see where they go. So this 125mm one, furthest away in the middle row, I think that means that one, I think. So you've got one that's furthest away from what, it doesn't really say. It says furthest away from what? Press the top end of the circle connecting pin. Press the top end into the circle connecting pin, the one furthest away in the middle row. So, and that goes onto the radiator, so it should be so there. So this one goes, I believe, from here, you can see, to the pin on the radiator. It says to put it onto pin on the radiator first, so I'll do that. We're on the second 125mm. 125, that isn't 125mm, is it? That one might be. Oh yeah, that's 140. That's 150. Okay. So this one's got to go from there to the end of the steering adapter. It does say you can cut this one down. Yeah, so from the steering damper to there. And the problem is, I've cut a load off, which it told me to, but you actually needed that 140mm because when you go to there it gets too tight. Oh, that's good. I wonder if I've got another piece of a spare one. It'll do, but I'd like to think that so I wouldn't, it's going to get in the way of the clutch lever, isn't it? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh, it's supposed to go underneath, I think, the steering damper. Yeah, that's okay. So I don't know if you can see that, quite difficult, but you got a hose going all the way from there to the radiator, which is staying on quite well actually, and then you got one going from there to the steering damper, which is also staying on quite well. I wouldn't cut any off, it tells you to, but I wouldn't. I'd leave it at the 100 and I think it was 140mm was the one that I had. And took it underneath the kind of steering damper as well. Didn't really tell you to do that, but I would definitely do that. That one actually, I believe, let me have a look, goes underneath there somehow. There is this hose thing here that it can kind of go through. I don't know if it tells you to put it through there. Okay. Whew, that was 72, and not the easiest 72, not the easiest issue I've ever done. Okay, so that was issue 72 done there of the Valentino Rossi bike. Yeah, not the easiest. It took nearly an hour, to be honest with you. But yeah, it looks nice. It is just these little detailed parts that make the difference, aren't they? Issue 73 is going to be, oh, more cable. Rear tyre and connecting, and rear tyre and control connectors. Okay, so we're getting the rear tyre, but once again, we're not doing anything with it. Looks like we're using the stuff that we got in 72 and 73. Yeah, some more stuff with control connectors and stuff. So that will be issue 73, and that will be coming up soon.